Hey, welcome back. It is Laura at Hyperstamper, and I really love today's antique junk journal. Now, this is a plate from an 1890s book. I think it's absolutely spectacular. It's this beautiful light green tone with the kingfisher here and in the trees. And some flowers in the back there, and I'm calling this one Birds and Blossoms because it's filled with botanicals and bird antique ephemera. I've also put some vintage beads on here, and it is all on this original book here, vintage book, The Best Loved Trees of America. It had a very plain cover, nothing on it, so I mounted this beautiful plate, 125-year-old plate. Plus, I put some vintage crochet down there, and let me show you the insides before I pop it into my Etsy shop, hyperstamper.etsy.com. And as you can see, every single page and insert, lots of pockets, lots and lots of pockets on here, has really cool ephemera. So we've got this 1960s botanical page here from a gardening book. This came from a 100-year-old game with all those little word pieces that I've used before, and of course a seed for our botanical theme. Another garden guide here, that is early 1900s, beautiful little plate there. And this is also early 1900s. I love these negative images, which is white on black. And then I have this little teeny tiny booklet with botanicals in it from a vintage botanical book. And annuals and biennials. This is from also the 1800s. And then this here is from a vintage botanical book from the 70s. So it's just over 50 years old. Some journaling paper there. And then I love this little piece here. Look at that beautiful plate. And I put this page here, which was from the front of an antique book. And Marie Jerome owned that. So her inscription is back there, but you can also journal in there. Isn't that neat? Now this here, I've had this for years, and I have a few of these, like different pages from this book. It's the Birds of America book from the very early 1900s. And this is an original plate. And I know this, you can find these digitals everywhere. This is an original. So somebody wanted, they could, carefully take that out. And it's just stunning, but it's the bird's egg. So quite a rare piece. But again, it was time for me to let it go. So there it is. This is from 1923, the little sparrow there in her nest. And then this is for the botanical theme here, one of these wonderful 1950s baby cards. And you can journal on the inside of that. The little baby in the roses there. And then this little girl here outside the garden at the side. This is gorgeous from a vintage book. Look at that, ostrich ferns. I love it. I love it so much. And then this here is from another vintage, over 50 years old, Wildflowers of America. And then here is a vintage playing card with a beautiful orchid on the front there. I think that's an orchid. And then this beautiful little card here. And this one here is an Imperial Tobacco card, and that is Superior. And over here, this is just a really cool piece from an antique book. I love it, American literature book. And then this here, how cool is this? The reason this is in here, because these are images of feathers at the back there. Isn't that cool? And feathers are from birds, so that is an English pin card. I love it. I don't have many left, but that one definitely has to go in here. That's just a little antique ticket from England for transit. Here's some more birds here from a vintage children's book. And then this is from an antique book over 100 years old. Just a beautiful image here and here. I didn't touch it with anything else because it's just beautiful the way it is. And then you can open up here, journal on the inside. I just got a little 1950s postage stamp page here with some botanicals on that too. And you can journal on there. And then just a sweet little piece here. This down here is a vintage pillowcase with flowers on it. Isn't that fun? Flower made of antique paper here. Another beautiful garden image here from the 30s. That is also very early 1900s as well. And then this is from a vintage book. We've got flowers and birds eggs there, and flowers in the trees here with the birds. I love it. Love it. Get both on there. Yeehaw. This also 1937 University of Knowledge page. That's gorgeous. Another little bird and flower one here. Another bird down here. And these are real feathers from the forest that me and my friend found. My friend and I, don't know. Don't tell me what's right. Okay, this is from the 1960s. Look at how beautiful. This is a stunning plate out of a botanical book. You can see the images on the other side, but I just love that one. Again, that could be digitized. It's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful, but it's original. This is a antique music sheet cover in Garden of Music. So that's our botanical theme. This is also early 1900s. You've got all the shorebirds, or the cliff birds they call them, peacock. Is that a dodo bird? That looks like a dodo bird. Yes, it is. It's a dodo bird. Here's a vintage Birds of America page as well. And then this is a fun embroidery iron-on transfer from the 40s, and it's just got the flowers on it. You could actually use it if you wanted, or just enjoy it, collage with it, whatever you like. So that's our botanical. Now look at this. Look at this beautiful postcard, and that is from Vancouver, and that is one of the botanical rose gardens in Stanley Park, and that is about the 1930s, that one. And over here, these are little tatted flowers that were made probably in the 60s or 70s. A friend of mine, her grandma made them. So she gave me a whole whack of those. I love them. I love tatting. And then this here is from the 1920s, A Child's Garden of Verses. We've got the birds and their nests there, and a pretty little poem on the other side. Crocheted Elegance. We've got the flowers on the table here with flower crochet pattern. Isn't that beautiful? You see that? Kind of cool, right? I love it when you get all the different themes with different mediums. Here's another 1927 birds image, swans, through fairy halls. And then this here is from the 1890s, A Garden of Years. And I love this paper. It's got the ruffled edges, vintage doily pieces. This is from Fun with Dick and Jane, this book page here. Beautiful robin with the blossoms. So we get 2 for the price of 1 for our theme there. And this is from a vintage parakeet book from the 40s. Look at the colors on that. I love it. The book is called, I think, Parakeets, Canaries, and Budgies. Then we've got another early 1900s one here. The little birds, look at how cute. Their little nest. Oh my gosh. And over here, those are Vireos and more journaling. Oh, hi, Lacey. Lacey hasn't come to see us in a long time. Hello. And more of this antique paper here for you to journal on. And we've got a 1930 splint card and an edu card. And even those aren't bird themed. Sorry. I love putting them in my journal. So a little variety there. And this also from 1892. Look at how pretty that is. We've got birds on both sides. They're making their nest. I love it so much. More of that, the flowers and the crochet theme there. And then this here is from my book house, and this one's from the 1960s. We've got birds here and here. And this here is from a very, very old dictionary, probably about 100 years old, but look at this color plate here. There was only about 5 color plates in the whole dictionary, but this was one of them. Some British birds. Isn't that stunning? So again, you could reuse that if you wanted. I didn't put anything on the back. And then we've got another early 1900s page here, journal on the back of that, 50s receipt, another wonderful 1920s children's book page here, Watering Her Garden. Got ducks up here, children's book page. This is stunning plate here, early 1900s as well, turn the century. Just a fun cluster, and that brings us to the end. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. You can find that at hyperstamper.etsy.com. Don't forget to subscribe and come back soon. Bye for now.